So Darren, I guess one of those that you file under a good away point to notch up.
Yeah, I mean, we knew it was going to be a tough game against a promotion rival away from home. I knew they drew on Saturday and the previous Tuesday they'd lost, but up to then they'd been on an incredible run of games. I think they'd won 8 in the bounce. Good players, good team, good manager. So we knew it'd be a tough match. Coming away from it, yeah, you were slightly disappointed that we've not kept the winning run going because we had the better chances in the game. And on another night, you take one of those, the two chances in particular, Joe Ward and Dems, and you come away and think, well, 1-0 away win is another good night. So there's a lot of positives to take out of the game. But yeah, it's not a bad point, but slightly disappointed, a tinge of disappointment that we couldn't just get the 3.
Yeah, you mentioned that Joe Ward chance. It was another bright start from your side.
Started well. Sammy had an opening where he's had a shot with his left foot, could have gone to Dems, but he's taken the shot on, which I'm never going to moan about. And then I think Dems has then had a shot at goal. And then we've got a big opportunity for Joe. Jono's played a great weighted pass through to him. Joe's made a good run out to in. Probably should dink it over the goalkeeper. The goalkeeper's gone down early. So those are big moments in any game. I think that was 5 minutes in. And then the game became a little bit what I felt it would be like. They had a lot of possession at the back. Jono and Sammy took care of the centre-halves, and the deep midfield player and did it very, very well. We didn't let them play through us, which they're good at. Shape was good. They had one or two things coming from the right side. One I think we got a bit lucky with. It's deflected back into Pimmy's hands. Apart from that, I couldn't really remember much. So generally I was okay with the first half. Jono's scissor kick, that was a hell of an effort. A clear penalty on Beeves. So we certainly, I felt, were the team creating better chances.
Yeah, you mentioned the Mark Beevers incident. That was towards the end of the first half, I think, and felt a bit unlucky, did you, with that decision?
I think you can tell the reactions from one, the players, and two, the opposition dugout. They went silent. It was, and Beeves, a very honest lad, Beeves, he was adamant. And of course, you see when it happens live, you're not too sure, but when you see a reaction of the player, but when you see it back, I mean, not just the fact that, I know things can be missed. It is right in front of the referee. And I went to see him after the game. His opinion was that they were both at it. And my opinion after watching it was, please, can you watch it again? And then if you've got it wrong, at least give me a call, because it's a bit too late for that, but do the right thing, because he's got it clearly wrong. He's just been dragged down. It's a clear penalty kick.
And did you think you'd nicked it right at the very end, the Johnson-Clark-Harris header in stoppage time?
Well, you're 94 minutes in. You're thinking, just concentrate on taking a good set piece, Joe. And he's got it right on the money. Fantastic set piece. And I'm thinking, goal. Reaction save, hell of a save, you have to say. It was a good save by the boy. So that would have been a perfect way to end the game. But like I said earlier, there's some good positives. But, we want to keep this winning run going as long as we could. But it's another game undefeated. It's another game away from home. We've taken something. I think these are important things throughout the season.
It probably tells its own story that their goalkeeper was given the man of the match award. He made a number of saves, didn't he?
Yeah, certainly more than Pimmy. I think second half, Pimmy's only had the one save from Taylor, where it's an angle. You wouldn't expect him to get beat from there. They've had the one opportunity that worried me when Barker's broke past Tomo on the right, their left, our right hand side defensively, their left attacking side. But I have to say, Beeves has defended it ever so well. He's stood up, he's waited, he's held his ground, he's been patient. He's managed to get a block that's deflected through. That was the one big worry I had, because they had overloads on us there on the other side of the pitch. And then, yeah, like you say, the big moments in any game, on another night, individuals, I know Joe and Dems in particular would be disappointed. They'll probably take those chances on another night. There was a great pass by Ethan, clean through. He's overhit it, but then I just felt he could have slowed down. He didn't have to. The one time you wanted him to take another touch, Dems, he just could have put his foot on it and brought it back in towards goal. So yeah, the big moments, and you felt one of those that go in, you'd obviously have a big chance of winning it.
And another clean sheet, Darren, and there seems to be a familiar pattern to these games where when the opposition do have spells of possession, they find it very tough to create genuine opportunities against your side.
Our shape was very good. We work a lot on making sure we've got a good solid shape, because I think what you get, two things then. One, teams don't get the opportunities to play through you, and they can play outside you, which is fine. But when you do nick it, we're very capable on the counter attack, and those two things we did well last night. They didn't manage to play through us, and on our counter attack, we're very good again.
And Ethan Hamilton was the one change to the starting lineup, but he probably put in one of his best performances in a Posh shirt, winning tackles, creating chances.
Very good. One of his tackles was aggressive. He is aggressive. Kept the ball, sprayed it around. You know, some really good passes. A couple of one, obviously the one we mentioned, put Dems clean through. And another one to Dems in the second half. He was very good. I was delighted with his performance. You know, the boy's got talent. He's had to be patient. He's coming in and out, and he's come on in games and done really well. I think everyone can see he brings that energy, and he's got a real good attitude, aggressive. Needs to tidy up on one or two things, but did that very well last night. He was very good in possession.
Absence of Jack Taylor, Darren, what can you tell us about his status at the moment?
So Jack just felt something at the end of the game against Wigan. He was just chasing a through ball through to their goalkeeper. He felt something in his hamstring. We scanned him on Sunday afternoon. He's got a problem with his tendon and his hamstring. He's probably going to be out for another probably 5 weeks. It's going to be quite a blow for us, that, in terms of he'll be out 5 to 6 weeks.
Yeah, that and as well as Ethan played, that obviously is a huge blow because of his talents. How's it left you feeling at knees?
In touch wood, I think we've been okay with injuries, Ben. I think we've managed to do all right with them. It's unfortunate at a similar time to last season where something's gone wrong with his hamstring. I think we need to look into it a little bit deeper. We don't want that to be a recurrent theme. You know, he's going to miss a chunk of the games, but he'll probably get back for the last 5 or 6. We have to get on with it. You know, this is why we've got a squad, and that's why I was delighted Ethan came on and did well. Reedy came on and did well in the last 20 minutes. So we have to just get on with it. And yeah, listen, the boy's a really good player. We know that. Everyone knows that. But we've got a squad for a reason. Others are going to have to step up. I thought Ethan stepped up really well last night, and if he continues that, then that'd be great. You know, we've also got Flynn Clark, who's picked up a bad injury. He's out for the season. He needs an operation on his hip. A complete freak one where his foot's given away in the training ground. So that's another blow to us. Ronnie Edwards, he's not going to be back probably till the end of the month. I mean, he's only had a week's training in 9 weeks. So we have had 2 or 3 things going on. But over the course of the season, you're going to get injuries. Everyone's aware of that. And it's just, you have to get on with it. This is why we've got the squad we have.
And it looked like in the second half that Johnson Clark-Harris was managing some sort of knock. Is there any update on him, Darren?
Yeah, he's got a slight problem with his calf. You know, he took a kick on it last night, so it may just be that. He just carries on, but I think we're going to assess him again this afternoon, and we'll have a better idea how he is then. Personally, I don't think it's too much of a problem. There may be a slight doubt for Saturday, but I don't think it's too much of a problem, Ben. We'll have a better idea this afternoon. Sometimes when you finish a game, and you know, I have to credit my players again. They're put so much into it every game they're playing. They're giving everyone absolutely everything. No one can ask for any more than what these players are given. You know, players are generally tired. There's a bit of soreness. They get a good night's kit, or a couple of good nights' kit. We get them back in on. Johnny will be in this afternoon. Back in Thursday, there's a bit more freshness to them. You know, that's just the way it is. And we knew this season would be the way it's turned out where it's relentless. We've got 2 big games coming up. We've then got a week's break that we have to use the most of. We have to put everything to these next 2 games and then really use the break as best we can and then go again. But I'm hopeful he's not going to be. I don't think it's going to be too bad. I mean, he may be a slight doubt for Saturday.
Do you have the option, Darren, of bringing back, certainly in the midfield areas, some of those players that you let out on loan? Is that a consideration for you? Or are you quite happy with the options you have at the moment?
No, we're not. We've not got the option to bring any. No, I don't think we've got the option to bring anyone back, Ben. No. I mean, the 2 players we've let out on loan, Ryan and Serhat. Obviously, Ryan can't play against us on Saturday. Unfortunately, hasn't played in the last few games for Burton for whatever reason, but they're going very, very well. Serhat's getting minutes, which is great. This is part of his development. You know, he has been playing games at Oldham, not a lot of 90 minutes, but he has been getting some football. So no, we've got other options that we can use. You know, they both want to play those 2 as number 10s. We've got Sammy that can play there, Mo can play there, Harrison Burrows can play there. We've got plenty of options. Plenty of options.
You mentioned the trip to Burton on Saturday. In a way, it's the worst possible timing because they're looking rejuvenated under Jimmy Floyd Hasselbaink.
They certainly are. They're a different team. I think they've got 5 wins out of 6. They're not conceding goals. They're well organised. They're well drilled. Jimmy's managed to get real energy into the team. I just started watching last night's game this morning, and they're full of energy and well organised. So I feel it's a tight pitch. It's always a tough game there. Like every game. One thing you would say about this season, my opinion is this: any result you see is never a surprise. Any result you see this season, there's no surprises. There's, you know, you see and everyone goes, oh, they've got beat. Every game's the same. It's tough. We've got to make sure we stick to our standards. With 15 games to go, we're top of the league for a reason. You know, certainly after this stage of the season, the league doesn't lie. We have to keep highly motivated. We have to keep our standards absolutely correct. Even last night, yeah, I know we didn't win the game, but a lot of the stuff you've seen was very good. A lot of positives to take out of it, and we have to maintain it for the last third of the season. And you know, looking at the players that look fine, and I've got no real concerns about that. We've just got to keep the mentality correct, and if we can keep our standards to a certain level, then we know, you know, we're a tough team to play against, and Saturday will be no different. We have to, first and foremost, we have to do that. We have to do the basics right on Saturday. You're playing against a team fighting for their lives. Managed to get out the bottom 4, managed to find a way. The new man Jimmy's come in and really got them going. So, you know, it's going to be another tough match, both mentally and physically.